offense are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. He's going to loft one deep over the middle, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got Lockett. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Eluding the pressure right. Able to shake him off. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. A shotgun snap for Newton. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Caught left side by Funchess. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Newton. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. This is caught by Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, They're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Leach drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Again to Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Newton. He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Newton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now Newton. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 1st down, Newton. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Newton throwing again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a gain there of 11 yards.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Dancing to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he stopped immediately there. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! 40's Mike, right there, 40's Mike.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. To throw on 2nd down. Leach. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Lucky 56.
They'll run. It's Henry. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Frank Clark. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Over!
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. The Panthers on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. And the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Leach. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, at its third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now Newton, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Steps away to his left. His throw in about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And now running right through it. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. Trying to push it in with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Taken in at the 22. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Leach. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you get momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Shedding the tackle, and now some room. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
No, check, Patriot!
On 2nd down, Kamara. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
We got three, fellas,
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Throw left side complete. It's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Newton on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they miss that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. We want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and forever. Off play action. Leach. They'll roll him out right. Hard throw, incomplete.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. pitching it out to McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. From the 50, Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. Newton now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crowley. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Leach drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
That's it. 780.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Panthers, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us.